Hello everybody, welcome back to Neoquest 2. So last episode we beat the fairies, so now we're on our way over to Hubert Knox. Hubert Knox is an optional boss, but we're going to do them all. Now he has quite the trek up to the boss here. There are, I believe, 10 floors in Hubert Knox's tower or fortress or whatever it is. So it'll take a little bit to get up there. They're not particularly long floors, and I did grind a little bit off camera here so that we don't have to worry about being on hunting mode or anything as we climb up the tower. So it should go relatively quickly. I'm not really expecting to have too many issues with it. This is typically one of those bosses that if you're playing on insane difficulty, it's probably easier to steer clear of it just because it does take so long to get to him. And he's not a particularly easy boss from what I remember. At least, I haven't played on insane difficulty in a long time, but I remember, I don't remember if I actually did skip it or not, but I definitely remember I was planning to skip on it. If you're at a high enough level, I suppose everything will be pretty easy regardless. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now. And then after Hubert Knox, we'll just be heading to the final boss of this chapter. So we're getting pretty close to Act 5, that means. And I will when the cutscene is supposed to play, because it shouldn't play anymore since they are made in Flash. We will head over to YouTube where the cutscenes are archived, and we will view the cutscene on YouTube thanks to whoever put them up. I did see them up there. I don't remember who exactly put them up. The cutscenes have not been remade in HTML5, which is what I believe they are using for all the new stuff on the site. And I don't think that they will be, because this game came out a long time ago, like I want to say 2004. I don't remember. And I mean, it hasn't had any like kind of updates or anything since then, so I don't really see it getting any attention, unfortunately. I would love it if it did, but I don't think this is really a priority for the Neopets team at the moment. I am excited for Altador Cup because I haven't done Altador Cup in a long time. I I talked earlier on in the series about how I didn't have my account for since like the beginning of 2017 until right when I started this series about which would have been like mid 2020, I believe. So it was a long time that I just didn't have my account at all. And the timing of when I last played, I started in like late 2016, like August or so. And my account got frozen in like early 2017, so I basically skipped right over Altador Cup. So it's been a long time since I played it. I did have my account, I think, before the last Altador Cup started, but I missed the signups because I didn't realize they were so I didn't realize that there was like a cutoff date. I thought that you could just sign up anytime before Altador Cup started. I swear that's how it used to be, but maybe I just misremember. Like I know in the very first Altador Cup at least, you were able to change teams once yours got eliminated, and I don't think you can do that anymore. But I could be wrong. I don't really know what the format is. I mean, the last time I would have played Altador Cup would have been like Probably like 2010. I'm not sure. I might have played a little bit in 2016. I don't remember. But I don't think so. So probably 2010 was, maybe 2011 was like the last time I played a lot. But I'm excited to see how it's changed or hasn't. Probably hasn't. I know. I remember the first one. Was that the one where Haunted Woods won or Darrigan won? And I was on the winning team, but I only picked the winning team like right before, since you were able to pick a different team after yours got eliminated. I think I originally picked Terror Mountain, and then at one point I picked Croc Island. Um, I don't think they did too well, whatever year that was, though. I don't think I ever picked the winning team from the beginning. I remember like the third year, Rue Island won, and I was just like, I thought that was so random. Like, of all the teams to win, why were people rallying behind Rue Island? I don't think I actually played that year, though. I have no idea who I'm going to pick this year. I don't know. I think that for the most part, teams haven't really won more than once. So I know, like last time I played, I was trying to pick a team that hadn't won yet because it seemed like that was like the pattern. I think Darrigan might have won more than once now at this point, but I'd have to check to make sure. I did see on Twitter that they did confirm the Altador Cup will be ready. Because I know there was some worries about that, since the whole site is kind of in limbo right now with a lot of stuff not being converted. But they did confirm that it will be ready, so that's exciting. By the time this video comes out, it's possible it's already underway. I mean, they could have made announcements about it right now for all I know. I haven't really been keeping up too much on the latest news. This is pretty much the only interaction I've had with the site since the conversion is playing Neoquest during these videos or grinding off camera. I'm still using the Jelly Neo maps here. So like I said, a lot of these rooms, though, I looked ahead a little bit and it looked like they were pretty straightforward. It's just that there's a lot of them. But they're mostly, it's not really a chance of really getting lost in any of them or anything. So you can see we're in Hubert Knox's Fortress now, it's called. Yeah, I did get like I think I only did like one level off camera. So I pretty much just kept with most of the same skills. I think I would have maxed out some of the ones I was going for. So we'll have to start working on the next ones now. I've already pretty much laid out what they're going to be, though. Enemies aren't too bad in here. Not really much of a jump. They're not really even doing much damage to me at all. I've noticed like everything is putting on a damage shield now, which is a little annoying, but it's really not doing too much damage to me or anything. Like I'm taking 22 damage from that. And with Velm's healing, it's really not much of a worry at all. Awesome. All right. I just came out of there, right? So now we're on level 3 here. I gotta kind of take the long way around, it looks like. So we gotta go down here. Then we're gonna go up. There's some pillars blocking the way over here. Yeah, I haven't like I said, I haven't really been engaging with the site too much, so I don't know like what's going on with like former Flash game scores. Like if you can even send your score any yet, because I know for a long time you couldn't. I don't know if like trophies are back or if you can get avatars still. I need to check it out soon. I did see one piece of interesting news that they're considering bringing Neopets to the Switch, the Nintendo Switch, uh, which is very interesting, very weird. Um, yeah, I don't know how bringing it to the Switch would really work. Like, I don't know if they were talking about like bringing this site to the Switch or like rather the new version of the site or like I don't see what else it would be. Because I don't see them making like a whole new game for the Switch. Like they used to put out some video games on consoles. Like there was the Dark Fairy one on PS2, and they had the what was that? The Pet Rescue Adventure or whatever on Wii, and a similar one on PSP. But I don't see them like having the resources to do something like that still. Bringing the game to the Switch, I mean, it would be like basically I would think like just bringing like a web browser to the Switch. Like if there was a web browser on the Switch, you could just play it there, but there's not. So I'm not really sure what they mean by that. I know it's been rumored for a while. I don't know, maybe they even confirmed it. I don't know, but that they were building an app for the game. I would imagine they need the whole site converted before they can put it into an app. So maybe that's what they're talking about. Maybe whatever app they're going to develop, they'll just bring that to the Switch. Because if it's just treated basically like a mobile game, a lot of mobile games do make their way onto the Switch. So that wouldn't be too surprising. But it's interesting nonetheless because basically all that came out, they didn't even say it. It was a journalist that got the information from them somehow. Um, all they said was that they're interested in bringing it to the Switch and didn't go into detail. So I'm interested to see what that means. One thing I didn't point out is that these pillars are actually spelling out Hubert Knox as you go down. So I believe that's on the first 9 floors. And then on the last floor will just be Hubert Knox himself. So there's an R on this floor. We're on the 4th floor here. Man, 4 of the same enemy attacking us, huh? They're really not like doing much damage to us in general. They're all focusing though. I don't really know what that does. It seems like it's decreasing the damage I do to them pretty significantly though. Like there, Rohan only did 7. Mipsy is circumventing it. So I guess it's not like a magic defense. But I don't really know what's going on there. Like they don't seem to be doing more damage. I guess maybe it's just increasing their defense, but maybe it's even decreasing their attack in return. I don't really know. I don't remember that skill. You know what? Maybe Rohan has that skill actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it is a skill that decreases attack and increases defense. Now that I'm thinking about it, that does sound familiar. I just never invested in it because, I mean, it doesn't really seem that helpful. I guess if you're doing a challenge run, it could be pretty helpful because then you could have Rohan focus. But I would imagine if you have him toss damage potions, that's not working off of your attack. I would assume. So, you could get through some tough fights that way. Let me just check to make sure here. Yeah, combat focus and activate skill that increases defensive ability at the cost of decreasing damage output. So there you go. All right, on to the 5th floor here. Should have an eye. Oh, actually, the middle of the room just makes an eye. There's no pillars this time. A little bit of a maze on this floor. But you can actually kind of see the eye this time. Yeah, this game would take forever without the maps. I don't know how many people play them without the maps, but it would definitely take a long time. I wouldn't want to do it. If you could move a little faster, like if it didn't have to load the page every step you take or anything like that, or even if like the encounter rate was a little lower, like if they had sneaking mode in this game, for example, like they do in 1, then it would be a little more tolerable to do it without a map. I wouldn't mind getting lost so much. Or if they just like increased your field of view a little bit, because you're like so zoomed in. I kind of wish they would do that anyway, honestly. Or at least have the option. But I'm sure there's maybe technical reasons you can't do that, or maybe not. Maybe it was just a design decision based on like games of that time or whatever. Also have to remember it looks a lot smaller to me on this computer because I'm playing on like a modern computer, like a 1440p monitor. That's 32 inches. Back in the day playing this on a CRT monitor, it did look it took up a lot more of the monitor. Which is exactly how I used to play it. I pretty much had a CRT monitor until I started playing again in 2016. I got a more modern monitor in like 2012. I kind of wasted Rohan's turn there. Yeah, in like 2012, but I wasn't really playing at that time. But I had a CRT monitor for a long time, like a hand-me-down computer that was super slow, but that's what I had in my room. It was like a hand-me-down from my uncle, so that's what I used to play Neopets on. And as painful as it was using that old computer, there were a lot of nostalgic memories playing this on there, doing pretty much all of my high school work on there. And then once I graduated to college is when I got a bit nicer of a computer finally. For a long time, we used to just have the one computer in my parents' bedroom, and that's what I would use to play Neopets for like the majority of the time I was playing early on, until I took my first hiatus. I remember I would just like sneak in there in the middle of the night. Specifically, like I remember trying to get the Deadly Dice avatar. I live in the Eastern time zone, and I did back then too, so I would have to get on at 3 a.m. to try to get that avatar. And the computer was in my parents' bedroom, so I'd have to sneak in there and hope that they wouldn't hear me, and attempt to get that avatar. There was some other stuff that you could only do in the middle of the night too, or like at 3 a.m. I don't really remember. I think like Snow Ager Um, he would be asleep at like 1 a.m. So I would try to get that sometimes. Sometimes I was like still up playing it. Um, if I could convince my parents to let me anyway. Sometimes they would just let me stay in there because they didn't care. All right. So we got to get down to the lower left side of the room. Not too much. It kind of looks like there would be a maze here, but there's not too much of one. Right, there we go. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what else, you can only do in the middle of the night. I don't know. I know once it came into my room, it was easier. Like once I got a computer in my room, I mean, like it was easier for me to do stuff like that. So like I know the dailies would reset at like 3 a.m. for me because that's when the new day would start. So I would like very often just stay up and do my dailies for the next day. I'd always be really excited to do the library again. All right. So I maxed out the casting haste, so I guess we're gonna go for defense now. Why not? Make sure Velm can never die, and then nobody else can ever die. It's too bad he never gets like a resurrection spell, but I guess that would be a little bit too OP. They make the resurrection potions like so expensive, so even if he could get a resurrection spell, I could see it like maxing out at like 5% health or something. It would have been really cool to see a third iteration of this game, see, what they would build on, because going from 1 to 2 was such a huge leap in quality. Like there were so many big changes that they made that I think really made the game a lot better. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened going from 2 to 3, like maybe more party members, but you can only use 4 at a time still, so you could like switch them out. Um, I don't know. A lot of things that typically happen in other RPGs, I guess. This is pretty much a rip off of Dragon Quest, so I guess it could have progressed the same way Dragon Quest progressed. It would have been cool to see like a big budget one, like in the same vein as like the Darkest Fairy that came out on PS2, like a console release one. Maybe don't call it Neoquest 3 because people wouldn't know about 1 and 2, but just call it like Neoquest or Neopets Quest or something like that. That would have been really cool. Obviously, the ship has sailed on that. We'll never see something like that now, but we can dream. Let's see what Rohan, how we're doing here. So yeah, going into stunning strikes. Once I max that out, I'll focus on the melee haste there. Getting pretty close to Hubert Knox. What floor are we on? 8? So yeah, we'll definitely make it to him this episode. And next episode we'll be able to finish off Act 4, start Act 5. Act 5 is the last act, but I do think it's a bit longer. Like I think Act 1 and 5 are the longest. But the thing with Act 1 is that, it's actually pretty hard because you're just starting out and you only have 2 party members. But by the time you get to Act 5, like, we're so strong at this point that it's really not too much of a worry. Oh, man. Like, it's pretty hard to die at this point, so... Like I always remember like Act 5 just feeling like it really dragged on because it's so long, but the game was so easy at that point that you're just like breezing through it, but it just keeps going and going, and there's a lot of bosses. I think maybe, I mean, just from my recollection of playing it like 10 years ago, um, I think maybe it could have done with being a little bit shorter, but who knows? Maybe I'll feel differently this time. I do wonder by the end of this, like, what my total playtime will be, and I can go through and add it up from the videos and be able to see. I'm trying to remember where the map is on my phone. My instinct was like wanting to click to the next tab. Oh, it's only 9 floors. I thought it was 10 floors. So this is the last one. You can see the X right there. I was thinking maybe the last floor would just be Hubert Knox himself and no letter. That's what I said earlier. Oh, I forgot to do the Tailinia thing here. The skill point. Yeah, I think we were saying, or I was saying before, we're just gonna cut our losses on Shockwave because it's not really helping us too much. Probably won't end up being max level or anything by the end of this. Taking a minute to load here. Load times have been really good today. I wonder if it's just because like less people are playing because of the conversion. Hubert Knox narrows his eyes when he sees you. His mouth twists into a snarl, and he attacks. All right, I guess we could go with a haste. He doesn't have that much HP. I don't know if I should bother slowing him. I feel like it's like hardly ever successful. I guess maybe if we come up to Velm, yeah, let him do that. Sloth potion. Didn't work. I'm guessing he's gonna have a healing of some sort. Yep, there you go. So let's give him another slow potion. Try it a couple times at least. It's just like he resists it so often. Whoops. I didn't realize. Like there you go though. He resists it 3 times and it wears off so quickly even if it does hit. Like it just doesn't feel worth it. They're way more important on like insane difficulty where every turn counts. Let's just keep attacking. He can do some big damage, but unless he like keeps hitting Velum over and over again, I don't think we're gonna have a problem. Or if he like keeps healing over and over again or something. We got our shields up too, so we're good there. Just gotta pay attention, make sure we're hasted, make sure our shields are still up, because they do wear off at some point. He is definitely like going for Velum. Maybe he's a little smarter than the average boss. Man, he's healing a lot. Try the slow potion one more time. There we go, it worked. Let's see how many turns it works for. Man, he is healing. Oh, man, that's 600 HP he's healed, like, in the last few turns. I could probably stand try to throw a damage potion. Man, I'm just gonna throw a few of them, see if, man, I can't get anything on him. He resisted 3 in a row. Oh, everything is worn off too. I need to put my shields back up. I need to get us hasted. Let's get that group haste going. Jeez. Like, we're not in danger of dying or anything. It's just annoying. I guess we'll top film off. Man, he loves healing. The slow potion already wore off, so. Man, he's healing like every single turn. It's too bad there's not like a limit on it. This is going to be the longest boss fight ever. Seriously, he's healing every turn. I need to go through and like count how many times he's healed by the end of this. Finally got him back below 1,000. Been forever. Yeah, I mean it's probably just because all my slow, like all of his slowing spells have worn off at this point. Come on, corrode potion. Dang it. Man, it doesn't help that I'm missing like most turns. Or not doing my full damage at the very least. Like Talenia only doing 25 there. He's not really doing any damage either. It's just taking forever. Like I said, we're not in danger of dying or anything, but there you go. He's back above 1,000. All right. Had a few good turns there where everybody did some damage at least. Everything's still good, so we'll go with the corrode. Nice. 156. You got 2 turns in a row there. Probably because my entire party is slowed. I'm not going to bother trying to slow him down again. Oh, that was really good. He healed, but then Rohan got a crit. He's right back up. All right. Get some more damage potions. Man. Oh, my shield's worn off. How is Mipsy no longer hasted, but everybody else is? I would assume they'd wear off at the same time. Hit Velm. Yeah, we should get everybody hasted again. Oh, shoot. Did I use the slow one? I did. I used the wrong one. All right. Gotta heal. I'd like to put the shield up, but I can't risk it with Velm being that low. Man. He's just getting his HP back up. There we go. Let's get that. Let's just put the shield up. A little bit risky, but we should be fine. Dang, no, he killed Velm. Alright, that's fine though. Oh, shoot. You can't use resurrection potions in battle. I forgot about that. Oh man, this is actually really bad. Here we go. I've been talking this whole time about how easy it is, but we're about to be tested here. I mean, a lot of it will just be kind of luck, whether these potions hit or not. Because I can't put the shield back up too once that wears down. It's luck based on just how much he decides he wants to, heal, and how much I actually hit him. There you go. There's a heal. Keep throwing these corrode potions. They're not doing anything. All right, we're hasted. Looking good. Might actually want to consider slowing him now, since this has all of a sudden turned into a real fight. Yeah, if I was on insane difficulty right now, I would be scared. Man, that would have really been nice if that worked. Let's get Talini all healed. That's not too big of a deal. Go with the corrode. Nope. Go with the corrode. All right, 43. I should have Mipsy do a slow potion, actually. Rohan is the only one doing damage to him. He's getting a crit like every turn. He is carrying the team. Let's get everybody hasted again. Talenia is slowed by 72% right now. This is ridiculous. Alright, try to slow him. Doesn't work. I need to do damage with Rohan. He's the only one doing damage, and then he doesn't do damage. Alright, Talenia is defeated. This looks bad. I think we're actually going to die here. That's what I get for talking about how easy it is. You know, I think we can flee. So maybe it'd be better just to do that. Yeah, there we go. And then I can regroup here. We can resurrect both of them. Actually, yeah, we can just use the worst ones. And then go ahead and heal them up. Whew. All right. Well, that was a failure. So I think I'll stop there for right now, though. And I feel like we can do this. It's just I just need to be a little less risky. I made some bad decisions there where I risked Velma's at low health and I just risked going forward, do it anyway. Then I got unlucky with him hitting Velma twice in a row, so just got to make sure that doesn't happen again. But other than that, I think we can hit him, or we can beat him fairly easily. I'm not going to grind. Won't have as many damage potions, but they weren't really doing anything anyway, so that's okay. So yeah, we should be able to wrap this. We should still be able to beat this act next chapter, I would think, because the walk to the last boss isn't too far. So yeah, I will see you guys then. I hope you are enjoying the series, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.